Good afternoon and welcome to the wedding of Britton and Denise. I am Pastor Becky Bastine and I'm so excited on behalf of Britton and Denise's families to welcome you to their wedding. When I was asked to do Britton and Denise's wedding, I thought it might be nice to start by asking them to each tell me privately, in their own words, how they met. Britton gave me a very efficient, precise, short answer to no one's surprise. Denise, on the other hand, gave me a beautifully written, detailed account of their first few months of dating. Despite style differences, their stories lined up pretty closely. They met online, their first date was Mexican food, and from the very beginning, they felt very comfortable with one another. They both knew very early on that this was something special. Britton's version, true to form, was practical and honest. He mentioned how they've helped each other grow, like how Denise has finally convinced him to brush his teeth. Life-changing things. And in return, he's gotten her to go on an airplane many times, which if you know her is no small feat. Denise's version included a Bachelor reference, of course, to receiving the last rose, and described how she quickly fell in love with a guy she thought might be a little bit out of her league. Now, Denise, I have known Britton for a very long time, and I can assure you, he is the one who is reaching here. Now, my version of how these two met goes something like this. I have known Britton for my whole life. We grew up on the same street and went to school together, and I have watched Britton slowly become a real adult over the last few years. Now, for those of you who might not know Britton well like I do, you might wonder, what do I mean by that? Well, let me give you an example. About a decade ago, Britton texted me one day and said, if you put frozen corn in boiling water, would that cook it? To which I replied, no, it's an ear of corn, so you have to put it in your ear, hun. You're welcome.
Thank you, yeah.
But a decade later, I have watched Britton become a real true adult, and someone who probably even knows how to cook many vegetables on his own, many more after knowing Denise. Now, for many years, Britton never once mentioned any girls in his life. And one day, he called up my husband and I and asked a very serious question. Could he borrow a board game? Now, naturally, we said yes, but we had some follow-up questions. What is that for? And he was hesitant to be honest, but he finally admitted that he had a date coming up with someone he was very interested in. And just in case conversation stalled, he wanted a backup plan. But as he told us later, he didn't need it because they had so much to talk about. Very soon after that, though, Britton started talking about Denise a lot. It became very obvious very quickly that this was different. This was something really special. And Denise, you fit into all of our worlds like you were meant to be here from the beginning. Your kindness and joy are contagious, and you were really good at telling Britton to chill out when he needs to hear it. Britton is lucky to have you, and so are all of us in our lives.
True.
Britton and Denise have the kind of love that makes you want to roll your eyes because they are hopefully in love with one another. They are best friends. They make each other laugh. They grow together. And they are, without a doubt, giving each other their final rose. Is that the right reference?
Yeah.
So today we get to celebrate their love. And to begin, Britton and Denise have prepared vows that they would like to make to one another.
Britton, my handsome groom, my best friend. Today is our day. I have dreamed this day since I was a little girl, getting all dressed up in a long white dress, walking down the aisle with my dad, and standing beside my best friends, surrounded by all the people we cherish the most. Who knew that one DM on Hinge could change my life forever? Everybody here knows the story of how we met. They know how smitten you were the moment you laid eyes on me. But what they don't know is that I was also smitten. I was just a chicken out to say anything. It's crazy to think about all the times you were right under my nose, and how many times did I sit in that Connect Cheer parking lot picking up this little girl, not knowing that she had a hot coach. But thank God our paths finally crossed when they did. After a few months of dating, You had taken an anxious girl and turned her around for the better. You began to fall in love with the pieces of me that were not easy to love. You turned the pages gently and began to help me rewrite my happy ending to my story. 3 years later, we stand here today, ready to say I do and become husband and wife. I want to thank you for being my first, not my first kiss or my first relationship, but you are the first person to ever make me feel like I'm enough. The first person to show me a type of love that every girl deserves. The first person to take my heart and protect it. The first person I said I love you to and really meant it. You are the reason I know what love is, and there is no happier version of me than the one standing in front of you today. I promise to laugh with you, cry with you, and grow with you. I want to spend the rest of my life loving you, today, tomorrow, and forever. Britton, I love you. I love us.
Denise, we finally made it here. When I think about our relationship, it feels like we've been together forever. Maybe that's because our entire relationship so far has been leaning towards this moment. Today we are making a public commitment to each other, but we'll just be continuing what we have already been doing for a long time. I think back to the first moment when I admitted to myself that I was in love. I had a cold. The person that you were offered to bring me medicine, orange juice, zinc, and probably about half of the Rite Aid. But my concern was only for you. I didn't want to get you sick, but I wanted to see you. I didn't want to do anything, but I was hoping that you would come over. I didn't want you spending time getting me things or worrying about me. Of course, since this was near Easter, you have got me an entire Easter basket filled with plastic eggs, chocolates, Kleenex, and Dayquil. As sick as I was, all my thoughts were with you. You ignored all of my wishes and made me accept help, something you support me with to this day. The support you give guides me to be a better person, which is one of the many things I love about you. As I was thinking about what vow I wanted to make, I wanted it to represent our relationship and be one that will last. The vow I make to you today is to grow and change as a couple, not as an individual. As our life changes, I vow to work with you to make those changes that are best for both of us. I vow to remind you to floss, even when it's late. Okay, we both have tooth issues. I vow to have hard conversations, preferably not over the phone, but I will if needed. I vow to make healthy choices so I can be around for a long time, even if they make me stop drinking energy drinks, which no doctor has ever told me, so you can't prove that's bad for me. I love you. Now stop making me talk about emotions, and let's get married.
After me, I, Britton,
take
you, Denise,
to
be my wedded
wife,
to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until death do us part. I, Denise, take you, Britton.
I, Denise, take you, Britton.
To be my wedded husband.
To be my wedded husband.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better or worse.
For richer, for poor.
For richer or poor.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
Until death do us part.
I give you this ring.
As a symbol of my love. With this ring. I promise. To stand by your side. Today, tomorrow, and always. I give you this ring. As a symbol of my love. With this ring. I promise to stand by your side. Tomorrow, today, and always. Just as they have worked together to overcome their first challenge, and are very creative in doing so, may they continue to face life's obstacles with teamwork, strength, and love. And with that, By the power vested in me, I am delighted to pronounce you husband and wife. You may share your first married kiss.
Congratulations, you guys. Super happy for you. Denise, you're stuck with him. It's your choice, but congratulations. Love you guys both.
Britton and Denise, I love you both so much. I am so thankful for all the adventures we've had, and I can't wait for many more in the future.
Hi guys, this is the second wedding that I've been to for you. I am very, very happy and excited that we actually are here today to celebrate you, and I wish you all the best of luck. I love you.
Act natural. Congrats, Britton. We are so proud of you, and this is a beautiful wedding, such a beautiful wedding. Thank you for inviting us and having us here.
B-Rod, I just want to say how much we love you. All the way back to B-Rod, the barefoot guy. Back when it was Britton, the barefoot guy, because you wear no shoes at practice. Denise, you got your hands full. I'm sure Britton, he's amazing. It'll be great. You ended up with a good one. Congratulations to the both of you guys. The amigos.
The amigos. If you don't know me, I'm Denise's father-in-law. Thank you for showing up today. I'll just keep this short and sweet. Denise, thank you for joining our family. I hope you have a wonderful relationship with Britton. I know that he's looking forward to it. And Pam and I are just so glad you're part of our family. So, please, toast the new couple.
Liebe Denise, lieber Britton, liebe Familie, liebe Freunde. Heute ist ein Tag voller Freude, Liebe und auch ein bisschen Wehmut. Doch wenn wir dich als strahlende Braut heute sehen, Denny, wird uns bewusst, wie schnell die Zeit vergangen ist. Wann genau aus dem kleinen, aufgeweckten Mädchen diese starke, herzliche Frau geworden ist uns ein Rätsel. Du warst immer ein Mensch mit klaren Zielen. Schon in der 3. Klasse hast du gesagt, ich mache Abitur und ich heirate mit 30. Gut, heute bist du etwas älter. Aber was sind schon 7 Jahre, wenn am Ende der richtige Mensch an deiner Seite steht? Britton, wir freuen uns alle von Herzen, dass dieser Moment heute gekommen ist. Was uns immer besonders beeindruckt hat, war dein Gewissen, dein Durchhaltevermögen und gleichzeitig dein großes Herz. Als kleines Kind hast du mit Hingabe gesungen, dein Lieblingslied Ein bisschen Friede. Und das nicht nur zur Weihnachtszeit. Die Weihnachtslieder liefen bei uns manchmal schon im Holzsommer mit voller Überzeugung. Und immer mit deiner Rotkäppchenperücke, mit Zöpfen, die du stolz getragen hast, wenn du dich wie deine Schlagerheldin gefühlt hast. Du warst so typisch du, mit voller Leidenschaft dabei. Besonders geliebt hast du die Zeit mit Oma Mandel und Moni, die leider nicht dabei sein können, auf den Weihnachtsmarkt in Dresden zu sein. Das waren für dich magische Momente, die du sehr genossen hast und die du bestimmt nicht vergessen wirst. 9 Jahre später, im Dezember 96, kam deine kleine Schwester Vivian zur Welt. Für dich als bisheriges Einzelkind war es eine neue Welt. Und für uns als Eltern war es schnell klar, wir haben 2 starke Persönlichkeiten, starke Einzelkinder unter einem Dach. Deine Reaktion war eindeutig, also Kinderwagen fahre ich nie. Aber schon bald wurde aus dieser anfänglichen Skepsis eine tiefe Verbundenheit. Es war Liebe auf den ersten Blick. Vivi konnte nicht genug bekommen von ihrer großen Schwester. Für sie war es das Größte, wenn sie zu dir in das Zimmer durfte, mit dir spielen und sogar mit dir im Bett kuscheln konnte. Diese Nähe für euch war immer wunderschön zu beobachten. Obwohl euch die Wege später räumlich getrennt haben, ist diese Verbindung bis heute stark geblieben. Stark, tief und herzlich. Gustav, die zweite Seite. Die zweite Seite. Ein großer Schritt in deinem Leben war die Zeit in die USA. Mit 18 bist du als Au-pair nach Connecticut gegangen, deine erste Station. Es hat dir dort so gut gefallen, dass du schon wusstest, ich will länger bleiben. Also hast du dich weiter umgeschaut und bist auf die Familie McMahon gekommen. Auf Laura, Beachy, Virginia und Alec. Auch dort hast du wieder einen Platz gefunden, auf dem du aufblühen konntest. Wir haben gesehen, wie die Zeit dich geprägt und gestärkt hat. Und dann, wie es der Zufall und das Schicksal so wollte, hast du über Internet einen ganz besonderen Menschen kennengelernt. Britton, thanks. Lieber Britton, du bist mit großem Herzen offen, sportlich, fröhlich und jemand, der Denise auf Augenhöhe begegnet. Auch wenn wir aus unterschiedlichen Kulturen kommen, ist genau diese Verbindung, die zeigt, dass Liebe keine Grenzen kennt. Oh, ihr ergänzt euch mit Respekt, Humor und Vertrauen. Wir haben dich von Anfang an als Teil der Familie empfunden und sind sehr glücklich, dass du jetzt offiziell für German gehörst. Heute beginnt ein gemeinsames Kapitel und auch wenn Denise schon viele Pläne im Kopf hatte, was die Zukunft bringt, das weiß niemand. Aber eins wissen wir sicher, ihr werdet eure Wege gehen, gemeinsam, stark und liebevoll. Wir sind unglaublich stolz auf dich und Denise, auf den Menschen, der du bist und wir sind glücklich, dass wir den Tag mit euch feiern können. Lasst uns anstoßen auf die gemeinsame Zukunft und viel Sommer in den Weihnachtsliedern. Prost! 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 Prost!
Good evening, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Danny. And I'm Bethany. And we are Britton's proud, slightly emotional, much more intelligent older sisters. We've had the privilege of growing up with Britton, watching through every stage of life, from backflip and marching band to the man sitting here today. Well, okay, let's be honest, he's still doing backflips and playing his French horn in band. And as his sisters, we've seen the heart and passion he puts into everything he's done. If you've seen him coach cheer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He's loyal, competitive, adventurous, and can make just about anyone laugh. Yeah. We've also seen how something has changed when Denise came into his life. He tolerates cats. When Britton introduced Denise to our family a few years ago, it was obvious how much he cared for her and that this is someone he saw a future with. We all knew she was someone special. Denise, from the beginning, you felt like family. And not just because you're sitting here today, but because of the way you love our brother. We want you both to know how deeply happy we are for you. Marriage isn't about being perfect. It's about choosing each other every day, with kindness, with courage, and with love. And we all have no doubt that the two of you will do just that. So let's raise our glasses to Britton and Denise. May your days be full of love, your hearts full of gratitude, and your home full of joy and laughter. We love you both. Cheers. Cheers.
Okay, good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Vivian, the very proud younger sibling of today's stunning bride. Standing here today with so much love in my heart and yes, maybe a few tears in my eyes, starting off with the fact my sister and I are 9 years apart, and while that meant we were not exactly sharing clothes or gossiping about school crushes, it did mean that I grew up with a built-in role model, someone I admired more than anyone else. She's been my protector, my supporter, and the one who always made me feel included. When I was 11 years old, my sister moved to America. At that time, I didn't really understand what that meant. I just thought, okay, cool, another adventure for her. But it didn't take long before I felt the difference. I missed her more than I ever expected, and suddenly my big sister was just on the other side of the world. Every time I got to visit her, I remembered how much I loved just being around her, and saying goodbye each time got harder and harder. One day, over the phone, of course, because we now live in different countries, my sister started telling me about someone new. She just casually referred him as the cheer guy. So apparently he was doing cheerleading, and so that became his name for us, cheer guy. No background, no real context, just this mysterious sporty person who had somehow entered her life. But even without knowing who he really was, I could tell there was something different. The way she talked about him, I could hear it. She had met someone who mattered, and over time, cheer guy became more than just a nickname. Cheer guy finally got a real name, Britton. And in 2022, I met him for the very first time. We went to karaoke at Palmer's, got a little drunk, sang a lot, and honestly, I just remembered looking at them and thinking, this feels right. It wasn't just how they looked at each other, it was how natural they were together and how much they clearly had each other's back. I was just so truly happy to see my sister, the person who's always been my safe place, so deeply loved and seen in return. I think that was the moment I realized this is it. This is her person. To my sister Denise, you are so many things to me. My big sister, my protector, my role model, and now watching you step into this new chapter with Britton by your side, I just feel so proud. You deserve this kind of love. And I love you so much, and I always will be your little sister, no matter how far apart we are. To Britton, thank you for being someone who truly sees her, supports her, and loves her exactly as she is. I've never seen her this happy, and that means the world to me. And seriously, anyone who's willingly learns German just to survive a family dinner, that's an absolutely legend. You're definitely a keeper. Denise and Britton, I wish you a marriage full of laughter, passion, adventure, and the kind of unconditional love that just keeps growing. May your home always be full of joy, your hearts full of gratitude, and your lives full of beautiful memories together. I'm so happy you found each other, and I'm even happier we all get to witness this love. So let's all cheers together to a lifetime of happiness and to this incredible beginning. I love you both, and I'm always here for you. Cheers!
Should be nervous.
We're taking this thing out. Here we go. Okay, hi everybody. For those that don't know, I'm not going to introduce myself as Brittany. I'm Hecker.
This is Courtney. We're good friends of the bride and groom. If you're sitting here confused as to why we were asked to give the final speech of the evening, so are we. But here we are, so buckle up.
We've known Britton for like over a decade and through like so many different phases of life. I met Britton when he was in high school and he had a bowl haircut. And then we were friends through college when he was asking his friends to give him free haircuts. And now I'm pretty sure he pays for his haircuts. So things have changed. We kind of became friends with Britton just kind of by happenstance. We started hanging out, and then one night we looked around at Palmer's of all places, and we were like, are we best friends? I think we might be. And luckily that stuck, and almost 10 years later, here we are watching him step into like the new phase of his life.
We've been friends with Britton through a lot. However, one summer 3 years ago, everything seemed to have changed. Summer 2022 was what Britton was going to refer as his hot boy summer. He was ready to go. But then all of a sudden he met this girl from Germany and everything seemed to change. We knew something was different when he started talking about Denise. As most of you probably know, Britton's pretty by the book. He's no shenanigans. And then all of a sudden Britton was going out on a weeknight and we're like, something's up here. Something's going on. We watched over the years, you two you have brought out the best in each other. You've become more carefree and having fun, and you've also become more focused. You guys have made so many changes in each other's lives. And speaking of Denise, how was the chicken? Yeah.
Adding Denise to our friend group was like the easiest thing ever. It was like looking around and being like, where have you been? Like, I thought you were here the whole time. It's super easy to talk to her and get carried away on a night out every once in a while. I would also like to apologize to her for the first night that we ever met. It was a sight to be seen. We were at our local dive bar. There was a large bird indoors for some reason. Some really terrible karaoke, and one of our friends crawling across a pool table. I hope we've made a better impression since, and definitely way more memories beyond that. We couldn't be happier to be standing next to you today as evidence that if you ever need it, we're on your side and no longer yours.
Knowing Britton as well as we do, I'm sure a lot of people in this room are shocked that he is currently wearing shoes. Good job, Britton. However, let's be honest, we'll see how long that lasts. Again, one of the many impacts that Denise has made on Britton at this point. But in all seriousness, it's been so fun to watch our friends take this from friendship to very close to now husband and wife, and we're so excited to see where the future holds. We're excited that we get to experience it with you. We're so grateful for our friend group, for our cheer family, and you are officially now part of the cheer family, so congratulations.
If we could all now raise a glass. From dating to marriage to home ownership, we've all decided that as a friend group, you got to take one for the team. It's time to buy a boat. But congratulations to the happy couple today and for many years to come.
Our Venmo is still open, so if you would like to invest into our boat fund, we will now be accepting all gifts and donations. But thank you so much for everyone that is sitting here today. Like, we really put a lot of thought in. We really wanted everyone from all aspects of our lives, from high school to work to cheer to family to Germany, just the amount of people that have showed up today to show support to us is incredible. We were told that you should probably expect about 80% of your invitees to show up, and I think we're at like 90 to 95%. So thank you. Like, we're so happy that we can celebrate with all of you. I also want to give a really big shout out to all of our vendors. You guys have made our day just so easy, so simple, so efficient. If you want to Venmo our vendors, it is at BritVav, and you can throw any of your money there. And then lastly, I definitely want to thank both of our parents, Anka, Holga, Pam, Brad. That's weird. I don't like that. Mom and Dad. You guys have definitely, made this whole thing possible and have really helped us with the planning and all of the small details. And so without you guys, we wouldn't be here today. And if you guys hadn't raised us as well as you guys did, we wouldn't have found each other. So thank you for playing the biggest role in our lives. So, thank you. Yeah.
Just wanted to say we're so excited for you guys. Super blessed to be part of your weekday. And I hope it's just one of the first steps in a very, very long journey.
You guys are perfect for each other. We love you guys.
Denise and Britton, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. You're such a cute couple and really support each other. Wish you the best in your marriage.
Hey, just want to say that we love you guys. Huge congrats, brother. We're happy to be here to support you and have a good party.
Thankful to be a part of your day. Love you guys. Congrats.
Britton and Denise, I love you both, and I hope you have the absolute best life together.
Ich wünsche euch zwei alles nur das Beste. Ihr habt eine tolle Hochzeit. Ja, I love you both.
Denise and Britton, just wanted to say huge congratulations as you start this next chapter of your life together. We are so happy to have you in the family, Denise. Congrats!
Hi, Britton and Denise. Britton, I have known about you ever since I moved out here, and I have heard since day one of working with Denise. I've been a part of every step of the relationship, and I'm so happy you guys found each other because there's truly not a better match for Denise in the entire world. I'm so happy. Please get that boat that we're all talking about because I would love to spend the summers on the lake with you guys. Cheers!
Hi Britton und Denise, vielen Dank für die Party, wir lieben euch und ganz viel Glück.